A troubling discovery has appeared high on the slopes of Europe's most unpredictable volcano, a newly formed fracture, sharper, deeper, and more precisely cut than anything seen on Mount Etna in years, has torn across the mountainside. And while cracks on volcanoes are not uncommon, this one is different. It sits in a location geologists have studied with growing concern, a place where even a small structural shift could signal a much bigger problem underground. So the question now is unavoidable. Did Etna just reveal the first physical sign of a process scientists have warned about for decades? Today we're examining this developing situation on Mount Etna, what the new fracture tells us about the volcano's behavior, and why experts are increasingly worried that Etna's unstable southeastern flank may be moving toward a more dangerous phase. Because right now the world's most active stratovolcano isn't just erupting, it's changing shape. A few weeks ago, monitoring teams noticed something unusual on recent satellite scans. A dark line cutting across Etna's upper flank at an elevation of nearly 10,000 feet. When investigators reached the site, they found a fresh crack that looked almost artificially carved into the mountainside. The rock faces were clean, the edges sharp, and the depth significant enough to indicate that the break wasn't created by erosion or surface movement. Something inside the volcano had forced the rock apart with considerable strength, and what made the discovery even more unsettling was its position. The fracture sits directly on top of the zone where Etna is already sliding toward the sea. Etna's southeastern flank is not anchored the way most volcanic cones are. The entire section rests on layers of fractured bedrock and sediments that naturally drift downslope over time. Scientists have been tracking this movement for years using GPS receivers, radar imagery, and interferometric satellite measurements. The results have shown slow but steady migration, a creeping motion measured in millimeters per year. But the sudden appearance of a deep, fresh fracture suggests that something has changed. The slow slide may be picking up speed, and if the motion is accelerating, the volcano could be approaching the critical threshold that many collapse models have predicted, the moment when gravitational pull, internal pressure, and structural weakness begin to work together rather than against one another. That tipping point is what volcanologists fear most. So what exactly opened this fracture? The answer isn't clear yet, but two possibilities lead the discussion, both of them serious. One is that magma rising inside the volcano is building pressure outward, straining the volcanic shell. The other is that the flank itself is slipping more rapidly toward the Ionian Sea. And if both are happening at the same time, the risk escalates dramatically. Because history shows that the combination of internal inflation and downslope motion is the classic signature of a volcano preparing for structural failure. Volcanoes deform the same way pressurized containers do. When magma rises quickly, it forces the entire cone outward. Rock doesn't stretch, it fractures, it shifts, it separates, and if the outer flank is already unstable, gravity helps tear it away from the main structure. This exact sequence has been documented in multiple volcanoes that experienced catastrophic flank collapses in the geological past. Those events were sudden, they were massive, and they began with warning signs nearly identical to what has just appeared on Etna. A volcano doesn't crumble slowly. When its flank loses integrity, the collapse happens fast, sometimes in a matter of seconds. If Etna's southeastern flank were to detach, the entire mountainside, a colossal block of volcanic rock several kilometers wide, would crash downslope into the Ionian Sea. Geological studies have already mapped the slip surfaces deep beneath the volcano, showing that the mountain is, in effect, resting on a tilted platform that is slowly giving way. A collapse of this magnitude would displace enormous volumes of water and produce a tsunami that could strike Sicily's coast within minutes. Catania, home to more than 300,000 people, sits directly in the path of such a wave. Smaller towns and coastal communities would have even less time to react. And depending on the scale, the effects could spread far beyond Italy, with wave energy propagating toward Malta, Greece, and parts of North Africa. At the same time, the sudden removal of mass from the flank could destabilize Etna's magma chamber, triggering rapid explosions, towering ash plumes, and destructive pyroclastic surges. This is why volcanologists responded immediately when the new fracture appeared. This is the scenario they're evaluating now. Why would Etna show signs of structural weakness at this moment? To find answers, scientists are looking at the volcano's recent behavior. Over the past few years, Etna has undergone multiple phases of rapid inflation, periods when magma rose quickly and pushed the cone outward. During each inflation cycle, the unstable flank stretched just a bit more, inching toward the sea. The cumulative effect of these movements may now be reaching a breaking point. And the new fracture might be the first physical indication that the pressure inside the volcano is no longer simply lifting the summit. It may be pulling the mountain apart. In 2018, an international marine geophysics study documented that Etna's submerged flank was sliding in one coherent block along deep underwater faults. That single discovery changed the scientific understanding of the volcano. It showed that instability wasn't confined to the surface, it extended into the seabed, forming a connected system from summit to ocean floor. Now that a major fracture has appeared at high elevation, the possibility arises that the entire flank, from the very top of Etna to its underwater base, is shifting as one. That is the scenario that collapse models described years ago, and the new crack aligns almost perfectly with those predictions. Authorities in Sicily have already raised danger levels and closed access to the upper slopes above 8,000 feet. Monitoring stations are watching every shift in the volcano's behavior. Instruments are measuring tremor intensity, scanning for sudden changes in gas output, checking satellite-based deformation patterns, and tracking any rise in thermal emissions around the fracture. The key question everyone is asking is simple: is the crack expanding? If the answer is yes, even by a small amount, the risk increases sharply. The short answer is no. A crack like this can form without triggering immediate disaster. Volcanoes breathe, they flex, they react to magma movement. Cracks sometimes stabilize on their own, but the reason this particular fracture has drawn so much attention is because it appeared in the exact location where collapse models said the first structural failure would show. The position, elevation, and geometry of the crack fit those predictions almost perfectly. This is why scientists are not treating it as an isolated surface break. They're treating it as a possible early warning. For decades, researchers have agreed on one fact: Etna's southeastern flank will eventually collapse. The mountain is built on unstable foundations, it's sliding toward the sea, and the gravitational forces acting on the flank are constant. The uncertainty has always been the timeline. 100 years? 1,000? Longer? But with the appearance of this fracture, that vague, distant timeline has shifted. The event is no longer abstract. It has begun its early stages of visibility. The collapse is not happening now, but the system that will cause it is active today. Researchers are paying close attention to the behavior of the fracture. If it widens, even slowly, that could signal escalating deformation under the surface. If new tremors begin to cluster beneath the southeastern flank, that would be another warning. And if satellite scans detect the entire block moving faster toward the sea, the volcano would enter a new phase of instability. Right now, the instruments show tension, but not runaway motion. Etna is quiet, but quiet is never the same as safe. Quiet is the buildup before the next shift, and shifts on Etna rarely stay small. What makes this moment unsettling is that the fracture is only the first indicator. It is the first visible sign of a process unfolding beneath the surface. The volcano will show more clues: deformation, tremors, heat, long before any catastrophic change. This is why scientists are watching Etna more closely than almost any volcano on Earth right now. Something is happening, and this crack is the volcano's way of letting us know. The situation on Mount Etna is rapidly evolving, and more data is expected soon as researchers track the fracture and the movement around it. We'll continue to follow every update, every scan, every shift, every alert issued by the Volcanology Institutes monitoring this mountain. If you live near Etna or anywhere along Sicily's coastline, staying informed is crucial. While no one can predict the exact moment when a collapse might occur, understanding the warning signs is the first step towards safety. Thank you for watching. Stay alert, stay informed. What do you think caused Etna's new fracture? Rising magma, the sliding flank, or both? Share your thoughts below. I'll be replying to early comments.